Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America on YouTube, and Christie actually just dropped a bombshell that I think could affect the 2024 election in ways he did not want it to. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things help us out, and they really help our channel continue to grow. So Christie is on CNN, and he was talking about the Hunter Biden investigation, and he made a prediction about Hunter Biden's future. Now, this prediction could absolutely affect the way voters see the Biden family, see Joe Biden, see everything in the 2024 presidential race, which could, you know, lead to President Trump being elected again. Now, I know Christie's hoping that he's going to be the Republican nominee, but I probably have a better shot at getting that nomination than he does, and I'm not campaigning for it. So the reality is what Christie's saying here, I think is really great news for President Trump, and I think he's right, actually. Let's take a look.
Together doing the program that day 5 or so months ago, back in June, when the plea deal fell apart on what would have been a misdemeanor tax charge. Now Hunter Biden's lawyers are facing a second indictment with, 3 felonies, 9 counts, and a far more serious potential penalty. So is this one of the worst plea agreement defense, how the defense handled that in recent history?
Oh, look, well, we talked about it that day. You remember,
Yeah.
I had been saying for weeks before that the judge would never, approve such a sweetheart plea deal. And I think what his lawyers did was give him awful advice. And I think what the prosecutors did was awful as well in terms of agreeing to a deal like that was so manifestly unjust. And so now he's facing what he should have been facing from the beginning, which were felony tax charges. When you involve millions of dollars in tax evasion, that is a felony. And the same thing with the felony gun charges. He faces these charges because the government has evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. And so he's now going to have to decide how the best way is to resolve these matters. I'm sure that he could negotiate a plea at this point, but it's not going to be the kind of sweetheart deal he got before. And my guess is that with the combination of the gun charges and the tax charges, that Hunter Biden is going to have to do time in jail.
Which is really remarkable. Do you think that this could start during the campaign season, or would it be after the election, given all the pretrial discovery and everything else that has to happen?
Again, what Hunter Biden did was not simply not pay taxes. That's one thing. That's a misdemeanor. He actively took steps to hide his money. That's a whole nother thing. That is a whole nother animal. And that's something you really can't do. That's a felony. So if he goes to jail, that's going to be really hard on President Biden, because if he pardons him, now there's 2 systems of justice, right? If he doesn't pardon him, he's a bad father. So you're looking at it from that perspective, he's in a no-win situation. And, it's not the president's fault. This is not President Biden's fault, but he's the one that has to deal with it. I want to know what you guys think about this. Please let me know in the comments. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America on YouTube. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.